This is my Rhaphidophora Cryptantha. This is a shingling plant. As you can see, it likes to shingle. If you don't know what shingling means, and you can't see from the visuals here, a shingling plant is when a plant sort of grows flat against something and each leaf is like on top of each other kind of thing, and it goes like that. If you look closely, you'll see that stop focusing on my face. You'll see that it I don't know how else to describe it, you know? If you can't see what this plant does just by looking at it, then God help ya. But if you've ever bought a cutting of a Rhaphidophora Cryptantha off me before, or you've bought like those mini moss poles that I was selling with Cryptantha on it, came from this plant right here. This is the mother plant. Oh, it actually feels really nice. It's detached a little bit there. And I accidentally just ripped it off up here, but it should reattach. Not to worry. Life goes on and it's only going to make you strong. That's a fact. Once you get on board, say goodbye because you can't turn back, is all I have to say on that. So I'm just going to extend this today because, as you can see, it's getting pretty close to the top, and this plant, if it's not attached to something, it gets really ugly and really leggy. So that's why I always tell people, make sure if you get a Rhaphidophora Cryptantha or any shingling plant for that, get it on something to grow, whether that be bark, I've grown it on bark before, or on a pole. Pole is always going to be my preference. Love a pole. I haven't actually extended a pole on camera for a long time. I always say I do it all the time, blah blah blah, but it actually has been a minute now since I stood on a piece of leca. It has been a minute since I have extended one on camera, so I'm going to extend one on camera today, and then I can go back to saying I extend them on camera all the time, so then I can get out of editing that part. So I'm going to grab an extension here, and then I always try and line up where I've had where the joint is kind of thing with the other joint down here. Does that make sense? In my mind, it makes perfect sense to do it this way. And then I get my trusty pliers that have dead roots on them. Then you squat down, get out the old cable tie that's still in there for whatever reason, line it up, and then I just get a cable tie. Is this a good angle for me? I hope it is. You can't see anything, and I do apologize, but I just feed it through the top square of the bottom pole into the bottom square of the top pole. I hope that makes sense. And then I use the pliers to pull it through, and then with one hand, two hands I should say, while also maintaining balance on the top pole. This should be a two-person job. I just lock it in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then I just continue to do that every few squares or so.